note, this podcast contains discussion of murder, crime, and other topics some listeners may find distressing. It may also include adult language, so listener discretion is advised. Bum bum.
In the Federation, crime is considered illogical, rare, and beneath the ideals of advanced civilization. But in deep space, where warp fields twist reality and justice is filtered through prime directives and political treaties, murder still finds a way. These are the stories of the Space Crime Continuum.
In the final frontier, justice is swift. Space lawyers are nowhere to be found. And apparently every Starship crew is just one episode away from a murder investigation.
Welcome to Space Crime Continuum, the podcast that asks the big questions. Like, why do so many people keep dying on starships? And how did Captain Kirk not end up with his own true crime documentary series by now? And why hasn't there been a Star Trek and Law and Order crossover episode yet?
Good question. My God, I would pay big bucks to see that. We're your hosts, Haley and Sara, best friends, Star Trek fans, and true crime enthusiasts since before it was cool. We're talking 90s era VHS tape, waiting for new episodes of Forensic Files and Unsolved Mysteries level commitment. I even studied criminal justice in college, and my favorite book is The Last Victim, where the author literally wrote to serial killers like John Wayne Gacy, Jeffrey Dahmer, and The Night Stalker. I even lent that book to you, Haley, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we've been into this for a long time.
We've been attending the Star Trek convention in Las Vegas off and on since 2005, which is basically Starfleet Academy, but with more cosplay and cigarette smoke. And this isn't our first rodeo, or should we say our first away mission. We used to host a podcast called Rewind. If you listen to it, sorry, not sorry, and also no promises this is going to be any better.
Here on Space Crime Continuum, we review Star Trek episodes that feature murder, mystery, courtrooms, and crimes against the Prime Directive. And then we boldly go into real-world true crime cases that echo those same themes. It's like Dateline, but with more warp cores and fewer commercials for life insurance.
And when we're not investigating space crimes, we're probably doom scrolling TikTok, sending each other cursed videos, and taking bubble baths. You know, the kind of hard-hitting research that really fuels a podcast. I work in public health. I love cooking and spending time outside on the West Coast, best coast.
Oh my God, never heard that before. I'm Sara. I work with archivists. I love to travel. I have 2 dogs and I play tennis when the weather permits.
So grab a glass of Romulan ale, set phasers to funny but mildly inappropriate, and join us for a mix of Star Trek analysis, true crime deep dives, and 2 decades worth of best friend banter.
This is Space Crime Continuum. Engage! And that, listeners, is the trailer for what's to come in the fall, winter of 2025 on the Trek Geeks Podcast Network. Haley, why are we doing this again? I thought we were done. Didn't we say never again? And then we
wrapped it up. I thought so too. Set phasers to manage your expectations, and we'll just do our best at combining the things that we like the most: Star Trek and crimes.
Yes. I mean, what else is there to like celebrate in this world outside of Star Trek and crimes?
There's no crimes happening anywhere else, and there's certainly no other space exploration. So
absolutely true. Yeah, we are back. We have put Rewind to bed. It was a fun run. It was
not a Dunder Mifflin fun run.
Run for the cure for rabies. No? Okay. I have never eaten more carbs and drank less water in preparation in my life. Yeah, no, we're going to be coming at you on a regular basis. We're going to be recording every other week and hoping to pop the episodes out every other week. We're not going to get too into the weeds, but don't hold us to that again. We're just going to come at you. We're spanning episodes across all of Star Trek, so no one's left out, which will be really fun for us because both of us will fully admit there is a lot of Star Trek we haven't seen. Haley's
Absolutely.
not watched much of Deep Space Nine, and I can
Still.
barely get through Enterprise. So here we go. And
You
you've
know, when
watched
you have
Enterprise.
I got through the barrier that is the theme song and
Yeah.
the theme song revamps that they do in later seasons. Yeah, no, it's like, we have our favorites and
Yeah.
we may focus on those, but what a unique New York. What a unique perspective. And may I say podcast?
I think we're hitting the nail on the head with this one. I think step aside, crime junkies. We're hitting the road in 2027, 27 tour. Just that's it.
Yep.
We're doing it. So stick with us, tune in. Thanks again to Bill and Dan for letting us have this space to create a little mayhem and have a little fun. And we all look forward to you joining us for our first episode when it drops at the end of September. Until then, you know the rest.
Say, oh.
Oop. Good start.